Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Rubel. So today we will learn Python random function in Python, and why do we need to use random function and how to use random function in our existing code. So now let's pull the Postman first. So this is the Postman, and last time we create customer, right? So when you create a customer, we saw there is a like 4 or 5 line, right? So but I found out only username and email in the body for the create a customer. These two field, if we provide these two field, we can create a customer. So now let's create a customer. So customer 99 is created. So now try to create again. It's a register with your email address, right? It's already created, so that's why it's not taking. So now let me delete. Let me get all the customer. It's 99. Delete 99. So now try same thing with our PyCharm. I mean, this kind of repeat it, but before I do any modification, I just like to show you. So username, password, we need a password if I want to log in our from the portal, but right now we are not going to log in. So these two pieces of information is required. Oops. These two pieces of information is required in order for run our to create a customer. So now let's do it again. Copy path, absolute path, open terminal. So cd command v. So now I have to go to virtual environment, activate virtual environment, source, bin, activate. So now I have to go back to the root directory, cd dot dot. Now if I run pytest -v -s, so it has been created. So now if I try to create again, it will say, okay, the customer email is already exist. An account is already registered with your email address. So that is the problem. So today we are going to solve this problem. So what after we done, after we complete our tutorial today, so we should not see this error. Every time we run our program, it should generate new email address, new username, and the email should also generate. Like we will the username, right? Right now I have Tom on, so we will do the we will add the random, and we will add Tom on, then we will concatenate with the random function. So what it will happen, every time we run, it will have like Tom on 1 2 1 2 3. So it will every time it will generate new number. Same thing here, like Tom, then we will concatenate the random function, and it will automatically generate new email. So that is the expectation. But before I do that, since we will have a random code and this code here, so what is this JSON data? This is nothing but a data, right? So it is a good practice to have that test data with a separate Python file, and that file should have under resource. So let's create one package called resource. Resource, and under resource I can create a Python file. I can say test data. cancel. And what I can do is that I can make a split on the right, config. So what information I need to get from here, just copy this part, cut, and I can put it in the test data. And just remove the config. I don't need a config here. It is not deleting. It's okay. It's not closing. Looks like it's my Python big freeze. So, okay, so I copy the JSON data here. I mean, this is the user data, right? So now, you see, as soon as I move, because this JSON data is not longer in the config file. If we have a config file, it's not here, so that's why it is complaining. So now we have to tell like where our JSON data is. So now I have to import this location in the test file. So I have say from resource, because our package name is resource and the file name is test data. So I say import test data, and I can make an alias as TD. So TD means, I mean, test data. You can name anything you like. So I say TD. Test data from resource, import test data as TD. Why it's not taken? Oh, see, here. It should be td.json data. But I can say like user data, right? User data. Some reason my PyCharm is not able to close this window, but I like to leave it like this. So td.json data. So it's not complaining anymore. So now if I run again, so let's run it again to make sure our code is not broken after we create a new, introduce new package and the new file. So now since we already have a new customer, yeah, you see it's already exists. So let me delete that customer from Postman. So let me see how many has been created. So one customer, so ID number is 100. So delete ID number is 100. Send. So now I should not have any customer. So no customer here. So now if I run it again, clear. So customer has been created. Let me verify in PyCharm. Get our customer ID number 101 is created. Okay, so that's right now, like last tutorial, whatever I was doing, only thing I just did is introduce the resource and move the test data here. I did not do anything with the random. So now I assume, like you forget about like how to use random, you don't know how to generate. So it is happening, it's happened a lot of time. So we can just Google it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to Google, say, how to generate how to generate a random string or random in Python. So let me see W3. So this is like, we can go one by one here, like how they use it. So if it is difficult, like we can see, like there was a on website I found out that what I'm looking for is they give the window there where we can run the Python file. I think it's this one, native. Let me see what this is here. Random. Yeah, let me see why I found one of them. They give the console that where I can write my program. Okay, how to generate random string in Python. I think it's this one. Let me see. Yep, it is this one. Okay, so this one is really good. So what he used, this person who wrote this documentation, he used the import string and import random. So this import, the string and random function, it is inbuilt in Python. So when we download and install our Python to our computer or environment variable, these two string and random is inbuilt, so it already come with the Python, so we don't have to separately install this function in our environment variable. So now if I scroll down, so this is like he gave the example, like the 6 method, like what we can use for generate the number. But if I look at his code, you see he give like, this is kind of PyCharm that we are using. So it is the editor he provide with the code. So now if I run this, you see like a different type of random method he ran and give the results. But from ours, we are interested in the number like this one. So that means this called digit. We can use the letter, but we are going to use the digit. So this is the code, 2 line of code he used and generate the number. So now let me comments out, or I can delete this, whatever we don't need. Okay, when I delete it, it will not delete from his end. Like if I refresh the page, it should be come back again. So let me refresh the page, it come back, right? So delete this as well. So now 1, 2, 2. So this is extra. Should be there. So if I run again, line 8. So I think I mess up something here. So later print. So it's a print 1, 2, 3. So one more bracket is missing here. So if I run again, so I see like 10 character, but we will use only 2 character. So I can say 2. So this 2 digit, right? Every time I run, it will generate 2 digits. So now what I can do, I can just copy whole code and going back to our test data file. not able to. Let me see if I can Command B. So I just paste whatever code are there. So now if I run this code here, let me run. You see it's 66, run again, 84. So there's 84, whatever number we have to implement here, these two places. So now, so this is the print, right? So what I can do, I can just delete the print and last bracket, and this whole code I can make it variable, and I can say random. You can name it anything. So basically whatever we get here, we know like how the variable work, right? So whatever information I'm getting here, I am just creating storing in this random variable. So now we have to concatenate this random variable here. How we can do that? Let's do it. So this Tom1, and this is the string, like we complete this whole string, and I can say plus sign and random. So it will Tom, and whatever number is get, it will concatenate with this number. So now this one was little easy. What about this one? Like this one, Tom, I have to introduce this random here, right? So if I say just random, you see it's not highlighted. So that means it will not work. So in that case, what do we have to do? Just Tom, then close bracket here. Then provide plus sign. Then since this is the random, and at the end of this random, I have to provide another plus sign. So we are saying this random here, this random variable, it should before random, after random, both are string, and the middle we are saying this is the the variable we are introduced. So now since both of them are before and after, we have a in the close bracket, so we just have to close bracket again. So now if I let me see if I can print JSON data. So let me print the JSON data now to see what is bringing. So you see Tom192, email is tom92gmail.com. So since it's a Tom1, right? So run again, I should have different number. See Tom72, 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 run again, Tom30, Tom30. So now I can call this JSON data in our test file. So this way we can use unlimited. We can create a user, unlimited user. So now run this test file. So let me bring my terminal, clear it. And let's go to the Postman to see if there is a existing. So could be 101. So let me say how many users there. So I see 101. So let me delete 101. Delete all customer. See 0, right? So I don't have any customer. I have deleted everything. So now I am going to create up error. You see the customer ID 102 is created. Now if I run again, then 103 has been created. 102, 103. Now it will I will not get any more error, right? It will be automatically generated. So now if I get all customer, so 103, 104, 105. So I should have a 3 entry here. I think I created 4. So this is 102, 104, 103, 105. So you see Tom 00. Then if you go to the next Tom03. So this is like how we can use random function in our code, right? So this is how in the real project when we are working, we don't know like what kind of problem we are facing. So we just Google, and most of the time we use the people who wrote the code, and we solve the problem. Okay. So yeah, so the next tutorial we will learn how to delete the like right now manually we delete, right? So we go here, then we provide URL here and we delete. But next tutorial we will create another a Python file like this one, and we can delete our user. Okay, thank you.